up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Let's talk about it. It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it.
What's up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Run the World, Season 1, Episode 3. All right, y'all. So I thought this episode was cute. I actually laughed out loud on this episode a few times. So I don't want to waste any time. So let's go ahead and get into it. We see Ola, we see Jason, and we see Anderson. They're drinking, good times with the guys. They're talking about his divorce, okay, because Renee and Jason are apparently getting a divorce, and how long the marriage has been jacked up and all this kind of stuff. And we see a woman walk by with ass. Everybody look at the woman. And, I kind of, when man talk starts to happen, I kind of start getting bored. But it was just a lot of small talk about nothing. And basically the guys are like, Anderson, you need to talk to Ella. They tell him about the party that he's not invited to. Then we hear Jason starts talking, about them being the prize and saying something stupid, right? And everybody was like, bro, you sound bitter as hell. You sound crazy. Like, I'm gonna need for you to chill out. We see Ella and Renee talking on the phone because it's Ella's 32nd birthday, and she's talking about what they're going to do. And as she walks by, the cab has the moniker on it, and it has like some ladies with hats on it. I didn't know what the significance of that was, but I'm sure it was interesting. So if anybody knows, or maybe that was the ladies from the show and I just didn't recognize their faces or whatever. Having a karaoke party later. That's what the guys talked about too. And Renee is at a photo shoot. Apparently this is her job. Her and the white girl, when they were making the jokes back and forth between each other, that was hilarious when they were talking about how too much damn happy at the photo shoot. And she tries to pitch the girl into doing something, and the woman is like, you don't have to pitch me, I'll talk to whoever, for you. And then she was like, are you okay with everything that's going on in your life? And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, girl, I see you, getting a divorce is rough. My first divorce is rough. And she was like, girl, I'm good. I'm gonna get over it. We're good. Getting over him by getting up under somebody else. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Ola and Whitney, they're at the house. They're just frolicking around, and they're 90s, and they're just looking so beautiful in black. Okay, getting their registry together and just kissing on each other and just, oh, we're so in love. It was just so cute. It was really cute. And they have sex with each other. Real sexy chocolate brown people. It was cute. Then we see Ella and Brian. They're talking to each other. She runs into him at this press thing, and they both find out that they're from online outlets, so they have to wait till the last minute. So that was the whole point of that whole thing. And she does invite him to the party that's happening later. Matthew walks right past Sonata, whatever her name is. He walked right by her, and she like, hello, you gonna talk to me? He was like, you said you want to be more discreet, girl. I'm trying to be discreet. And so anyway, she talks to him about the party. He's coming to the party that night, and he tells her, I'm surprised that you want us to be gallivanting around the city together with everything that's going on. And he wants to come out to the university and tell them about their relationship. And she was like, listen, people are gonna judge me. They're gonna think that it's you, because he was like, you're a Fulbright scholar, girl. Like, you are smart. Like, ain't nobody gonna think that it's because of me. And she was like, people are gonna think it's because of you. So she's not ready to blow up her life yet, but is he coming to the party? And he like, I'm coming to the party. He did mention his career as well, would get possibly messed up because he's in this relationship. So he's willing to, sacrifice some things for her. When is she going to be willing to do the same for him? Because he loves her and they're in a committed relationship. Ella and Brian are waiting their turn to do the questions or whatever, and they talk to each other. They have a little, conversation back and forth with each other. And then she finally gets called back. So she talks to the woman about the movie that they just saw, and she says, does it cause this hysteria with women wanting to, freeze their eggs and make sure they can have a baby? And she says, we're women, we have to be aware of our options. And so then she says, well, don't you think that this promotes the stereotype of ambitious women not being able to find love? And she's like, listen, baby, how old are you? Okay. So, girl, some women your age can't have babies. Some women your age are premenopausal. Some women your age have issues having kids, and you need to be aware of those issues. And you cannot afford to just be in the cloud, girl. Just be, like oblivious about timelines and dates of when you can have kids, because what your health of your system is and everything that goes into that, right? Because we don't have forever to be having babies. So I feel her to a certain degree. And then she brings this question back to her friends, and it's like, what do they think about the state of black women, basically? What do you think about freezing your eggs? And everybody kind of weighs in on it. And she says one of them is not worried. Renee says she don't want no kids. Whitney says she's back on track with her, wanting to get married. She had a little cold feet, but now she's good or whatever. She's like, I just can't help but think we old, and we're sitting up here talking about this. And they like, no, girl, you're sitting up here talking about this. We trying to relax and have a good time, sis. I don't know what you talking about. So I personally think that people get too caught up, and worrying about if your eggs gonna be hard boiled or not. I'd lean more to Ella's side, not as much, because you need to be aware of what's going on with your body as a woman. But at the same time, I don't think that we should get so scared that, oh my God, once you make 35, you will never have kids. You know what I'm saying? I think that if it's meant for you to have them, you will have them. I came to a point in my life where I was like, if I don't have them, then I'll just have to be okay. Like, I'll have to make a life without maybe not having children. Now, that has changed, obviously. But, I think that, we can't get caught up in other people's timeline, because God's timing, is always right. You see, Ella is at the bar and she's waiting for some people to come, so the only person is there is her boss, and she acting crazy, child, on the microphone, singing karaoke by herself. And so people start to arrive. Renee comes, Kelly and Whitney and Ola come as Kelly and Nelly, and then we have Matthew and them arrive, and then they all do some karaoke. Matthew does some karaoke, and then guess who shows up to the party, bitch? It's Community Dig Chris Cabrera. That's his name, right? Chris Cabrera. And Renee is like, I invited him over because, I'm newly single and I'm trying to get my groove back, bitch, and I already screwed him, so I ain't got to, add no numbers to my thing. And Whitney is freaking out. She's freaking out. She tells Ella what's going on, and Ella's like, girl, I don't know what you want me to do, sis. Like, I understand your plight, but I told you what it was, and you went and did it anyway, so, like, I'm not sure what you want me to do. And so she was like, I'm sorry, you're right, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to avoid him, and, I'm just going to make it through the night. The girls are up there singing, having a good time, and she runs into Chris, and she tells him to forget that he ever met her. It shouldn't have happened between them, and this is right as her man Ola starts to sing Prototype, and she doesn't know what to do, and she's caught up in the moment, and she decides to go straight to her boyfriend. So she runs to him, and she kisses him. Chris turns around and leaves. So some tell me that Chris is gonna be a little bit pressed about Whitney. He ain't just gonna he wasn't trying to just one night stand her, even though he is out with Renee, which is weird. You see, don't walk away, don't walk away, boy, my love won't hurt you. It was a cute party, I'm not gonna lie. So Erica Alexander is her cat, Bella, I can't forget what her name was, but boss leaves. She takes some of the liquor too, and I ain't mad. So everyone starts to leave, and then we see Anderson comes in with Matthew and everybody. He finally shows up, and what's the name was pissed about it, but he's there or whatever. And she goes in there and she's singing not Avril Lavigne, but Jessica, what's the lady name? Well, I'm here, Alanis Morissette, to remind them of the mess you left when you went away. Yes, that's my song. Y'all used to wear that album out. Jagged Little Pill was my shit. I love that album so much. It was so good. They have a whole musical now. Y'all should watch it because the shit is good. It's so good. Yeah, ought to know. Baby, when I tell you, woo, it touches some emotions. And she looks like a sad millennial jumping around, honey, singing that damn song as Anderson sees her. And she's like, whoa, child, I'm hungry. So her and Anderson go eat, and they talk. And they kind of discuss the whole thing that led to their breakup, the assignment that he had. And he took a longer assignment. And she's like, you could have left. And he was like, I couldn't leave. It was my job. And she was like, you could have left for me. And he was like, why the hell you think I'm here, sis? Okay? And then they just look at each other and clinky. You already know it's about to be on and popping. So I thought this episode was good. I really loved the banter between the Just Guys and the Just Girls. That was probably my favorite parts of the episode, because I literally laughed out loud several times this episode. So I want to hear your thoughts about Run the World Season 1, Episode 3. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will holler at y'all next week. Peace.